Howdy. So today I want to just talk about basic beginner drum grooves. Okay, basic rock beat, basically. Okay, so that's 4 beats in every measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I want to start with the basic rock beat. Okay, that's using eighth notes on the hi-hat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 are going to be played on the bass drum, and 2 and 4 are going to be played on the snare drum. Okay, 1 and 2 and ready and go and 1 and 2. So that's the basic beat that you want to learn, okay? From there, there's what I classify as 2 different types of beats. Now that beat just stays right there. Every beat is accounted for, and it just sits in place, okay? The next type of a beat I want to talk about is what I consider kind of a similar beat or groove, and it sits right in place, okay? And that's when there's eighth notes added on the bass drum, okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Or maybe eighth notes on 1 and 3. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Or just 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, to me that beat is just blocky. 1, 2, 3. It's big chunks of time, okay? And it just sits there in a pocket, okay? A good example of that groove, a song that you could play along with, would be Watching the Wheels by John Lennon. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2. Okay. Then the next type of a beat I'd like to talk about is what I would call like a heartbeat kind of a bass drum sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 1. Now it could be more sparse than that. It could be 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Okay, wherever you put those eighth notes on the and with another one following on a beat, it leads into that beat. So to me, this beat moves forward. It's kind of like it leads you from one part of the measure to the other part of the measure, or one measure to the next measure. Okay, so it's a moving forward type of a beat. It doesn't just sit there in blocks like the first type. Okay. Okay, and I would practice that and try accenting the second bass drum note, the one that's on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. Okay. The other thing with both of these types of beats that you want to do is is accent on your hi-hat to make them sound and feel better and really give a feel for where the beat is, okay? And that's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 It's telling everybody that you're playing along with or listening, someone who's listening, where the beat is, and it's giving them a clear groove indicating where the beat is, okay? All right, the third type of a beat would be a beat that tells a little more of a story, okay, and a little more of a groove, and that would be something like or a combination of both the type 1 and the type 2 beats. So it's all about learning to place your bass drum on different parts of the beat and learning the groove. Now, these are really important to know these grooves and be able to identify them in songs and play the song correctly, because the bass player is going to be doing the same thing and learning the bass parts. And bass players are and should be in tune with groove just as much as drummers. So both together, you're going to match up those notes. A lot of times you're going to match up the different types of a groove with the bass player, okay? So an example, I gave you an example of Watching the Wheels by John Lennon for the first type of blocky beat. Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones would be the second type of a moving forward type beat. And then another one that is a little more groove oriented, the third type would be Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones. So those are 3 different songs, 3 different grooves. I suggest you practice along with them and identify the difference in the bass drum part, okay? Also, 2 different method books that you can work on these with. Now, you can learn beginner rock beats from everywhere. But a good book that I use with my students is 1001 Drum Grooves, and just start in the rock section, very beginning, and you're going to have these kind of grooves in there, okay? The other thing is Groove Essentials by Tommy Igoe. He has different types of grooves in there, but same thing, same types of beats, and some of them move forward, some of them don't. Another type of a beat that I would suggest learning right away is the 4 on the floor, okay? And that's bass drum on all the beats, okay? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 a song on the top of my head that matches with, but there's a lot of songs out there that have that type of a beat in them. So 4 distinct types of basic rock beats, but all a little bit different, and it all depends on what you're doing on the bass drum. The hi-hat and the snare drum remain the same on each four of those beats, okay? So I hope this helps getting you into rock grooves. So good luck and have fun.